In grills, the famous names get all the attention. Big lids, big burners, big ads. But sometimes those big brands are too big and can lead to reviews like this.
Geez, I mean, you talk about a whole story in one paragraph here, right? I mean, but look, this is where so many outdoor buyers are still getting caught. The famous names dominate the attention outside, right? And look, they've earned it, right? Size, materials, reputation, all of those things, they're great. But these lesser known brands in the category are actually starting to win now because they're actually rethinking the way that fire is behaving and less a little bit about how it looks overall, right? They've leaned into, well, we can't compete on turning up the heat on these things because these big brands have already perfected it. So we're actually going to compete by taming it. And they focus on burner precision and evenness across the grate in these controllable zones that can make everyday food better, right? They're designed for the cook who wants confidence at every single temperature level, not just bragging rights for your grill marks at 800 degrees, right? This is really where these smaller names are making their mark and earning loyalty. They're giving you finer control, faster recovery, and just an overall kind of a calmer cooking surface that makes it easy to handle these mixed meals, which we still all cook, right? Where we can sear over here, but we can still roast over here, and we're keeping everything on schedule without the stress of having to manage all that power. And look, the big brands that are out there, they still set the visual standard, right? That's not going to go away. But these lesser known brands are actually winning the functional battle now. They're designing for what people actually cook today, and they're a little bit worried less about what they imagine cooking tomorrow, if that makes sense, right? So, the reframe for you guys when you're out there is when a customer leads in with a famous grill name, don't fight it for sure. Just remember to ask how they cook, right? If they want versatility and predictability and balance, it's worth showing them one of these other brands that's chasing more of a precision story than a power story. And look, in grilling, we know this, but it's often not said out loud enough, is that control isn't the opposite of power. It's actually what makes the power that you're given usable.